Hello, I'm the developer of Lewis & Co. Photobook app. This video is an product showcase on how to use the app. So when you open my application, so this is the first thing that you will see. So it says here that authentication is required. So this means that we need to sign in first before we can use the app. So to do that, we just need to press this button. So it will open this website so you can log in here. But if you're a new user and you don't have an account, you can create an account here. So in my case, I already logged in before, so I can just press continue as this username. So after this, just wait and you will receive a callback. So after this countdown, it means that your account has been signed in. So you can go back now to the app. So here you are now signed in. So you can see that my account it says here that it's active. So that means I have a paid subscription. That means my account is active. And if your account is active, you have the premium features available like the QR code scanning and the upload to Google Drive, and the watermark is disabled. So since I'm eligible to use those features, I can just press the connect to Google Drive. So just click here and it will open the website again. So you can choose here an account, but in my case, I signed in using my uh, Gmail, this account. So I'll just use this account again. So you will see here, you can just press continue or just press, you can review the privacy policy and terms of service. But if you're done with that, you can just press the continue. So now Google Drive is now connected. You can now go back to the app. So with this, the QR code and the upload to Google Drive is now enabled. So you can now use those features. So if you're a new user, you don't have any existing events right here. So you can just create an event right here. Let's say test event 2, type 3. So creating an event here, it also creates an event into your Google Drive that will create a folder. So all your photo sessions will be uploaded there. So now you can just continue to home. And now, before starting a photo session, of course, you will need to check your camera if it's connected. So here you can just scan for cameras. So here are the listed cameras available. So I will just choose this Logi Capture. So now it's connected and we can go back. So we can also configure the printer settings. So in here it will scan some printers and you will see here the available printers. So I will just choose this L8050 series. So here you can choose the default number of copies, and if you want autoprint to be enabled, so you can disable this if you want. So just click save, and you can go back now. And also you can view the capture settings. So when you start the photo session, there is a timer, so you can configure this. So you can have this at a maximum 30 seconds and a minimum of 3 seconds. So I'll just go with the minimum for this demonstration. And each photo capture, it will show a preview. So this makes it so that the users or the clients can review their picture. So they want to retake or use that photo. So it has a 3-second timer to show. So you can configure this to a maximum of 10 seconds or a minimum of 3 seconds. So for this demonstration, I'll just keep it at the minimum. So we can go back now. And also we have here the template designer. So in here, you can choose the paper size that you want. So in a photo booth, the most common one is the 4x6, so 4 inch times 6 inch. So you can choose here the orientation, landscape or portrait. And you can upload here your template. So for example, let's try to upload a template. So here I have this template. So the canvas will automatically fit the template. So now you can add photo boxes now. So we have a limit of 0 out of 6. So now you can just put here, and when you add a photo box, it will also increment this, so you have a limit. So you can just resize this. You can also press X if you want to remove it. Also, you can remove the background if you don't like it, so you can just remove it again. So that's how you remove it. So let's just add it back again for this demonstration. Okay, so let's add a photo box. So I will not be putting each photo box here because it may take a while. But for this demonstration, I will just show you the core features of this template designer. So you can add a photo here. You can also zoom in by pressing Ctrl and your scroll from your mouse. And when it's zoomed too much, you can press your arrow keys to navigate through it. So here. And now you can also duplicate your photo boxes. So you just click the photo box and press duplicate. So now it will duplicate it. So what this does is that the picture taken from photo 1 will also be used by the duplicated one. And yeah, so now you can add more photo boxes if you want. So each adding photo boxes will just increase this by 2, but duplicating will not increment it. So as you can see here, you can delete this. It just says 1, but we have a duplication. So that means it's just using one photo. So if we add another photo box, it will add another one here. So you can keep adding more. So that's it. So now you can choose a name for this template. So I'll just say test template. Then you can just click the save template. Okay. So now since this template is now created, you can now start your photo session. So you just go back. And this button checks also if you have everything configured. So if you don't have your camera connected, it will show an error. So starting a photo session without a camera is prevented. Okay, so when the photo session is started, you can now choose the template that you have made. So you can choose here. So this is the template that is made earlier. So let's try to use this. So I disabled my camera, that's why the preview looks like this. So let's start a photo session. So it also crops it based on how the dimensions is being put on the template. The users can also see this crop, so they would need to squeeze in to fit on this crop feature. Okay, and done. And now you can choose a filter here. Then if ever, let's just click no filter, then press done. Now auto printing is now working, and we can start a new photo session, or if the print failed, we can print it again. And you will see here the uploading process of the pictures, so it may take a while. So here it's done. So guests and the clients can scan this to view their photos. And also you can just press this open in Drive. So it will open this and show the individual photos and the output picture, and also a GIF showing all of the individual photos. So users and clients can download this, and yeah, that's about it for the photo session. So if ever you want to start a new session, just click here, and it will just prompt you again to choose a templates. So that's it.